Okay, welcome back everybody, or welcome for the first time. Either way, I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you stumbled on me. Who knows? But hey, my name is Andrew Knapp, but they do call me AK just to make your life way easier. Okay? Now, here is another demo, demonstration, presentation, or sales call, or closing call. Whatever you feel like calling it. But here is another one. Now, this guy, Jonathan Hayes, he saw us at a presentation way back in 25. Okay? I would probably say October 2025. And just to let you know, it is February 2026 when I'm making this video. So, I want you to pay attention. This guy paid in full, a $7,500 ticket. Now, I want you to pay attention to the rapport we have. I spent some time just talking about what he does, okay? Just to kind of open his, or lower his guard, I would say. I would lower his guard, okay? We became friends during this call. Then he asked for a payment plan, a financing plan, one of the financing options available. But he already had told me all of his financial situations, credit cards, what he had in savings, all of that. So what I want you to pay attention to is how I say, no, you have it in full, let's take care of it today. Because why would we put off the inevitable? Anyway, pay attention to that. But before we do that, I want you to go down and subscribe. Follow along because I do this once a week. I drop the sales call whether it closes or not. This one just happened to close because I want you to learn, and I think everyone should learn together. Now, pay attention, get your pen, get your notebook, and I will see you on the inside. Hey, what's up, Jonathan?
Hey, not much. How's Andrew?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Fantastic. Where are you located?
I'm in northwestern North Dakota.
Okay, I saw your number was a South Dakota number.
Yes, it is a South Dakota number.
Okay, so you're originally from South Dakota?
Oh no, I'm originally from Illinois, and then I ended up joining the military at 18, and I've been to Utah, to Alaska, to Oklahoma, Saudi Arabia, California, Wyoming, South Dakota, and now up here.
You're still in the military?
No.
You're done now.
I retired from the military back in 2016.
Okay. How long? You did 20 years, it sounds like.
I ended up with almost 28.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. Now to clarify some of that, I did 5.5 active duty, and then I jumped over to the Guard and Reserves.
Okay.
To finish off that last 20 some years. So.
Okay. That's a good one. Okay. Just to finish off. Okay, good.
Yep.
So what you did the Army?
Air Force.
Air Force. Okay. What would you do in the Air Force? What was your final ranking?
Well, so I was an aircraft mechanic.
Okay.
I was crew chief, and then I was also did hydraulics, and I was able to make it to E7, Master Sergeant.
Sheesh, good for you. How long did it take you to get there?
To E7, I'm gonna say, based on my stubbornness, I think it took me close to 24 years.
Okay, so you enjoyed it at least. That's why you stayed the extra time for the.
Yeah, well, active duty I had issues with. Okay. I didn't like how they treated the single airman, and it was like, I just, this isn't working. But I enjoyed serving, and I found out about the Guard.
Okay.
And I checked them out, and that was a pretty good deal. I like doing the Guard stuff, the Reserve stuff. That was a good time.
Good for you. Oh, okay, that's a different type of military path.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So what? And you're out since 2016. What's your VA disability at?
Right now I'm at 50.
You're 50.
I had gone to one of your guys' webinars back in September, I think it was.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
At a Legion, or just one of the things you found online?
It was one of the things that I found online, and I listened to Trevor's deal, and then clicked on some of the links and stuff that were available there. I ended up going to VSU and worked with them. We've got a package submitted.
Nice.
They're thinking, based on what we submitted, it should get me to 100%.
Wow. Okay, that's solid.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, but there's still other things that can be claimed.
Yeah, for sure, always.
Yeah. So, if this doesn't get us there, then we'll go back and revisit it and claim
Round
some
two.
stuff.
Yeah, round two for sure.
Yeah.
So what made you want to come back onto the call now?
Well, it was the whole idea of having my own business. The whole idea of Turo and doing the car rental thing.
Yeah.
It intrigues me. The only problems I have with it is where I'm at in small town North Dakota.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's really a market for rental cars here.
Okay.
And then we've got some bigger towns around. I also thought maybe I could do something working with my kids, because I've got one in Pierce, South Dakota. I got one down in Kearney, Nebraska, and another one over in Belfouche, South Dakota. And I didn't know, they're a little bit bigger places. Maybe there's more of a market there. I could get the kids to help out. I'll take care of these cars, make sure that they're getting checked in and checked out the way they're supposed to. They're being kept clean and stuff. And then I could, maybe that would be a business that I could just turn over to them.
It absolutely could be. Because what we do is we structure our program to the point where Toro is a piece. It's not the end.
Okay.
Right? So Toro is a marketing company. All they do is market and get customers to go to the platform to rent your car.
Right.
So we are going to leverage that, and we're going to teach you more about private rentals and rent to own and comboing with businesses that need rental cars. Right.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you an example just because it's perfect timing, actually. Just you said it, so I'm going to show you. So this is our chat right here, right? So this is where everything happens for the whole community, right? This is people's getting their fleet. But I want to show you what this dude Bobby Roberts did. So he made his own QR code, but he partnered with, where is it?
How in the world do you keep this straight?
I don't know. Really don't, to be honest with you. I don't know. I think it's memory at this point, So
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, boom. Okay, so man, I can't really find it. I think it's further up here, but I might have passed it, to be real with you. Here we go. Oh, shithead. Even 2 lines of credit. Is this it? No, but that's him. That's always talking. So down further. Okay, so he got his Toro fleet. This dude Bobby Roberts that you see me looking at, right? And he's like, so I got my Toro fleet yesterday, and today I signed a handshake deal with a mechanic shop by me that needs cars. So here it goes. Boom. Here's this thing, right? So basically what he did was he went, here we go. Boom. Found it. I found it. I knew I'd find it, John. So today I already done a handshake partnership with Body Shop 3 minutes from my home to utilize my fleet as their primary rentals. If I can assure them the top 3 insurance companies will cover Toro rentals. So he's already going outside of the Toro and using his cars as for private rentals.
Sure.
And that's really the game. That's where most of your money should come from. But usually people's first year, they'll make more money on the Toro platform and then some money on the private side.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Anywho, I just need to show you that because you said it. So
yeah.
Toro. Okay, so you want to have your own business, and so you're retired. Are you working now? No, or
I am currently working, and I have my own business. Somewhat. I haven't done an LLC or anything like that. This is the first year. 25 was the first year that I did it.
Okay.
Hopefully here in 26, it's going to go a little bit better. But so I'm a W-2 employee. I work at an airport, work in a mechanic shop, fixing airplanes.
Okay.
In the summertime, I'm a contractor, and I contract myself out to fly a crop duster.
To fly?
Yeah, to fly and crop dust.
That's dope. Okay, so you have your license?
Yes, I do.
I'm assuming so. You had to in the Air Force, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay, so how much is that job paying you? Is it a lot, or is it just?
Well, so last year I didn't make very much on it. I only ended up getting 400 acres sprayed. It ended up bringing me in about $1,200.
Okay.
Moving forward, if things go right, if we can get the 30 to 40,000 acres that we're hoping we can get done with each airplane, moving forward, you're looking at about, I got to get my brain working here.
You're good.
It's about $2 an acre.
Holy
So
shit.
so we're looking
Okay.
at sixty to $80,000 is what each one of us that is flying for this guy should be making in a good year. But
You're
it's
not
got to
doing
be,
it often.
it's got to be a good year. We got to do a little traveling to make it happen.
How often you do it? Once a week, once a month?
No. So when we're crop dusting, we start towards the end of June, and if things are going good, we're going to fly every day. Some days it's going to be maybe a 5-6 hour day. There's other days that you might be pushing 16 hours.
Damn.
Yeah. So
That's tough.
yeah, a lot of back and forth across the field.
Are you flying for 16 hours?
Pretty much. You gotta land every hour and refuel and put stuff on. You get out of the airplane, stretch. So however you want to figure that out, that's roughly probably about 45 minutes flying in a every hour. So
Okay.
whatever 16 times 45 is, that's where it ends up putting us, how many minutes we end up flying. So we're
Yeah, it's like
16
3
times.
hours difference. So you're flying for like 12 hours? It's like 13 hours?
Yeah, probably something like that. It can be. So
You like flying?
oh yeah. Yeah.
It's like, so I just got a motorcycle. And like sometimes when I'm riding the bike, I'm like, damn, I'm tired. So like, do you ever get like that where you're like, damn, I just want to drive a car now?
No, I never get to where I say I want to drive the car. There's I'm going. I would like to land and take a nap.
Okay, fair. That's a better state. That's the better question. No one wants to drive a car.
But you can get tired doing it. But for me, I took just a leisure trip here back in November, and I flew from up here where I'm at in North Dakota, and I flew down to Pierre, picked up my boy, flew down to Kearney, Nebraska, picked up my daughter and her boyfriend, and then flew over to Illinois. It was over the weekend that we did this. The flight there was like 6 hours. The flight back, because I was fighting headwinds, turned into something else. I ended up flying 18 hours total over the whole trip. Is how long I ended up renting the airplane for. But that last day coming back, couldn't get out of the airport soon enough because of the weather that was there. So we ended up having to wait about 5 hours. Wow. I didn't get back up here until 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'd been up since 6 o'clock in the morning.
From the day before.
From the day before. And I wasn't looking to get out of the airplane.
I get that though. I get that feeling though,
Yeah.
It's so different. It's like so freeing, isn't it?
It is.
Man, I need
I've got high blood pressure, and when I go fly, some people think, oh, well, that's stressful. I get back on the ground and I go take my blood pressure, and my blood pressure is usually the lowest it's been all week.
Yeah, for sure. I can see that, because isn't it one of the safest forms of travel?
It is one of the safest forms of travel, and some of that is all based on the fact that you get an airplane with 200 or 300 people in it, and you get thousands of them flying across the United States every day.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, every once in a while we have an accident, and it kills everybody on the airplane. But for the most part, we don't.
Yeah.
Whereas when you got automobiles out there, how many auto accidents are there every day?
A lot.
How many people die every day from an auto accident? So
yeah, fair statement.
Yeah, so it really is one of the safest ways to travel.
And the plane is so like, everything is so like prepared for emergencies or situations. Everything is thought of, isn't it?
Right. Yeah. For me, my job, it's a little bit different because I'm flying 10 feet off the ground.
Fair.
At 130 mile an hour.
Fair. Oh, what? It's that fast?
Yeah. Well, if I was in the biggest airplane they got for crop dusting, they zip along at about 200 mile an hour across the ground.
10 feet off the ground. You're like hovering. You're like hovering, like Back to the Future type stuff. Like if Biff had a plane, it would be that one.
Yep. So
funny. I could talk about planes all day. I love flying. I just, I fly all the time, but I wanted to become a pilot back in the day.
Well, make it happen.
How long does it take to get your license?
You can go places where you can get it done in 30 days.
Okay, perfect. So, and How, like going there every weekend, every day?
No, that's every day. You go live there.
That's every day. You gotta
Yep.
go to live. Oh no, okay, that's crazy.
Yep. So
30
there's a
days, just and that's. I mean, I guess you have to. That's a lot of learning.
yeah. So some of them they kind of expect you to come in and have all the ground school done.
Mhm.
There's a lot of online courses that you can do. Uh,
Uh,
so you do that. You do all that intense learning on your own at home, and then you go to that school, or if you want to call it a school, it's usually at the airport, and it's just a flight training center.
okay.
And they're going to get you in the airplane right away. They're going to get you up flying. And you got to fly for 40 hours.
Okay. Got it.
So, um,
It's all logged.
yep, you log it all. You're going to learn how to fly the airplane. How to land it, how to take off, all that good stuff. And then once you show them you can do that by yourself without them touching the controls, then they get out of the airplane and say, "There you go fly."
Really?
And
And then you just keep
yeah,
doing it.
and then they let you go solo. And then you've also got to do cross country flights. You got to do some flights where you got to fly over 100 miles away from where you took off from. Um, some of these you've got to go hit three different points that are 100 miles apart from each other. So you're learning how to fly into different airports. You're learning how to go and talk on the radio because you got air traffic controllers that you got to talk to. Um, they try to get you in airports that have a control tower so you can learn how to talk to the person in the tower. They're going to give you directions on what to do and how to enter the airport traffic pattern and how to how
Read
they
the
want
airport.
you. So yeah, it's pretty intense. There are quite a few different schools across the United States that do it that way. The one I went to, which I got my license back when I was 17.
Really? That
Yeah,
early? Holy
yeah,
shit.
yeah. I started flying when I was 14,
Wow.
and
Okay.
and I planned on making a career out of it, and I got derailed, and I ended up joining the Air Force to do maintenance instead.
Gotcha.
And then I turned around and got back into it, and then I decided to go to Saudi Arabia and work as a contractor. Ended up finding a wife over there. Ended up having some kids that derailed me for another 20 years.
Over there? You had them?
Not over there. I
Oh,
met her, and I lived over in Saudi for 3 years, and then we moved back to the States.
okay.
And we lived out in California for 6 years and had our three kids out there, and then I drug them all the way to South Dakota. So
What a difference. So, culture shock, if anyone. Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah. Oh,
Woo!
so
What part of
yeah,
California?
I was up north, Redding,
Ah,
Shasta.
yeah. I'm in San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, John, we digress. We digress. So anyway, what questions do you have for me about this whole process about getting your own business?
Well,
Toro and everything.
so I vaguely remember some of the stuff that we talked about before, and I believe Trevor threw that out there that there are different levels of it that you can get into.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
I don't know how much help I need. It looked like based on the levels, depending on how much was being done to help me out on getting stuff done.
So we changed that this year. So we went to Alex Hermosi event. He's just the king of the internet, right? And he simplified everything. So we have one offer now, and it's the main done for you offer, where it's almost like a three-phase thing. So you're in phase one already with VSU, and they're
Okay.
right. Phase two is done simultaneously, where we enhance, repair, optimize, whatever word you like to your credit. Okay.
Okay.
I'm assuming you seem like a good credit guy.
Well, yeah, I'm in the low 700s is where I'm at.
Okay, perfect. So that does enable you to go fast. It does enable you to get cars at zero down right away. So second phase is optimizing your credit, getting it to where the profile stands out to the lenders. Okay, so making sure all the one name, one address, one employer is all there, making sure you have enough credit to loan mix. It's not so much about the score as much as it's the profile and the report. And then we open and structure an LLC. And then we're going to go to the lenders. We're going to get you anywhere from 50 to 150,000 in business credit. Okay.
Okay.
All that is going to be on your LLC. And then we leverage your credit again and we get you cars. So we work with a couple of dealer connects that have dealerships all across the US. And then we're going to build your fleet for you.
Okay.
We ship the cars directly to you or wherever you want them shipped. They're going to be in your LLC's name and registered to the state that your LLC is in. North Dakota, honestly, is probably a really good state. Wyoming is a really good state too.
Yep. Okay.
And then
I always hear about Wyoming and Delaware.
Wyoming's always
Sometimes Nevada.
Nevada's good. Nevada's good tax wise. Wyoming's good for hiding things, and legal purposes. That's what I use, Wyoming. But so then, like I told you in the beginning, we're gonna teach you not just Toro. You start with Toro. We teach you how to make it profitable in the first 10 days. We teach you how to make it 95% automated. And then we're going to help you scale it with private rentals and rent-to-own streams. All right. And then after that, we have real estate coaching and stocks and all that stuff for when you've figured out how to make it 100% passive. Right. But that's the 3 phases in a nutshell.
Okay.
But that's my spiel. What do you want to know more about, man?
So there's a lot of things out there on the internet.
Yeah, 100%.
Talking about how to do different things. You mentioned fixing my credit and then working into the LLC, where I've seen others talk about, no, go get the LLC, go get an EIN, turn around and do
business funding.
Do all the, get your address in the right spot, get a phone number for it, all that stuff. So how's that all roll together?
So a lot of things that you see on the internet is designed to get you to click the link to meet with them, to talk to them on the phone, right? A lot of the funding stuff, so they're not going to tell you the things that are needed, okay? So when you get business credit, they don't tell you that your personal credit guarantees the funding to the bank. So if you don't have a good credit score, you can't really get business funding. If you have a late pay, you'll never get business funding. Right. So there's certain things that they don't tell you because they want you to click that link so they can get your phone number or whatever. Now, one thing about our funding, and I'm going to show you because you have to see it to believe it. I can say it, but it's just not fair. Okay. Now, this I just seen today. So I want to show you this. Okay. Plus 102, plus 93, plus 85. Okay, that was in less than 30 days, right? But there's more. And I was so shocked. 106-point increase,
right?
98, 83, 60. Done in 6 days. Okay, this boggles my mind. 191, 197, 192. Done in 6 days.
Okay.
They don't tell you to do your credit first. They only tell you what's easy and what's attractive is the funding.
Right.
So we want to structure everything properly so our funding team can fund you to the max, right? It's so much more beyond the LLC and the EIN.
Right.
That's why we're vetted with the military, and we actually partnered with SkillBridge and Seven Eagle and Allegiant and all that stuff versus all those other people on the internet.
Right.
So they won't tell you the hard stuff. Yeah.
And all this stuff is, I'm learning about it. I've been learning about it for the last couple of years on trying to figure things out. I was brought up in this society where they teach you to use credit cards, but then they teach you that you want to be debt free.
Yep.
They and so many different things now. I keep saying where everybody's going, no, it's not be debt free, but
debt.
You go good debt, and you use it to create income.
Yes.
Not go get it to go buy toys.
Yes, exactly. That's the business credit is holding debt, right? Having a car on Toro is holding debt, but you're using that debt to make money and you're paying that debt off while profiting.
Right.
So you're holding the debt, but making money from it.
Yep.
So you could totally pay a car off, but I would rather have the bank own the car. I'll make money from it and pay you a little bit every month. But when it gets totaled, you deal with that stuff. I don't want to deal with it. All right. But I'll still get a check.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So there's power in certain debts.
Sure.
You don't want to have credit card debt.
Right.
Something you don't want. You want to pay that off accordingly, right? So
Yeah.
there's certain things that, I'm glad you're understanding it, but they didn't using credit cards. A lot of people from my generation and above, for sure, they taught the same thing. Don't use credit cards, like, use it like for certain things. But using credit cards for the good debt is leveraging, just like how they made and built all these buildings. They leveraged the debt.
Sure.
And put it all on credit cards and had the bank hold it while they built it and made billions on it.
Right. Right. Yep. And that's things I'm learning, because going into a huge amount of debt, it's a little scary.
No,
I've done it with a house and stuff, but I'm still trying to convince myself that a house is a good deal.
it's not. I'll tell you that. Are you living in it?
No, I'm not living in the house. Well over the last year and a half, I've been going through a divorce.
Okay.
And she's got the house.
Hmm.
So I'm living in an apartment.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, having the house is not, unless you're renting it out. Owning doors is one of the, like they say doors, but houses, right? Apartments, and it's one of the most, that's the pathway to freedom. That's the
Right.
pathway to get free, is real estate or land, for sure. 1,000.
Right. Which I've watched different webinars on how to do it using my VA benefits. The problem I have with where I'm at and the oil country and the way it is up here, we don't have duplexes or fourplexes up here.
No.
It's either single family homes or multiple unit apartments.
Get that.
And I don't ever see the apartments come up for sale.
You don't?
No, they're usually the single family homes are the things that are coming up for sale.
You want to? Oh, okay, got it. Okay. Yep.
So, and I know for my VA that I end up having to, if I was to buy a duplex or something of that sort, I have to live in one of them units.
So they say.
Yeah.
You need mail there.
Do I?
You just need to get mail there.
Right.
They ain't come knock on your door and check.
Sure. But there's and that we're getting off topic here as far as what's available up here.
I get it for sure.
To do, but
digress. So
the credit repair looks like it could be rather quick getting that accomplished.
1,000%.
How long does it take to get the funding going and then to get the cars?
So your credit score right now, if you're low sevens, you're golden to get cars right now.
Okay.
And then credit and funding, I would tell you this. A lot of people can get funding at 700 credit score and a little over. I would let them, you see how well they do, right? I would let them do your credit and funding, and just, if you need, just get money from the cars right now. Because you can we can build the fleet for you right now. We can get cars by the end of the month directly shipped to you.
Okay.
And I will tell you this too. You can also co-host. I know someone, and there's a few people in the community that I would recommend you co-hosting with. And what I mean is, you send them the cars, they do the work, and you make 70% of it.
Okay.
So there's that option available too. So it's a completely passive thing.
Right.
Someone that already has a fleet, has private rentals going, that you can actually just send cars to him and make money that way.
Right.
So there's tons of options available for you, bro.
Well, that's an intriguing option there too. But like I said there at the beginning of what I want to do with my kids, I'd really like to try and make something work for them, and up front, they're getting a little bit, but I'm getting the majority coming back to me to help pay for the cars, because I'm the one financing them.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, if that turns into a good business and where they're at, sign it over to them.
That's smart. I like it.
Yeah, give them something, something to pass down to them. So
that's smart, actually. Especially, why not cars? Because everyone needs them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I've been, and of course Turo is the way to get started, but then there's the private side of it that you were talking about. I just looking at Turo to see what's out there, what's available. In their area, the Black Hills, Belle Fourche, there's a lot of people already doing it in Rapid City and Spearfish. So I don't know how well that's going to work out for her down there.
And
But
where's
I'm sorry.
in South Dakota?
Yeah.
And it's a big city?
Yeah, there's Rapid City and Spearfish. They're both pretty big. Big touristy areas.
Okay. So yeah, let me see. Let me see what I'm gonna go on the app and let me see how many cars are there.
Right.
Because there's a certain way you could tell, right? So Spearfish, right? Spearfish, South Dakota. Okay. Okay, there's 100 cars available. 57 trips, 22 trips, a Jaguar. That's a nice car. Oh shit. They got SUVs out there.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's a lot of new people doing it, which you can capitalize because a lot of new people, what they usually just do is they don't need that car. So you can capitalize because if you have the right strategies to run this as a legit side business, you're going to be doing it a lot differently than they are.
Right.
Some people only post it once a weekend, once a week,
Sure.
three days a week, right? They only give you so many miles because it's a lease or whatever, like mine. So like any other situation, it's so hard to dictate based on your situation versus others because everyone's doing it for reasons.
Yep. Yep.
You know.
Okay.
So what I would tell you though is, how many kids do you have?
I've got 3 of them that I want to try and do this with.
Okay, I was gonna say multiple kids. There we go.
Yep. Yep. So they're in the middle of South Dakota, at Pierce, South Dakota. There's one there that I'd like to see if we could get something going because the only rental they have there is out at the airport, and it's a real small airport. And there's when I tried to rent a car when I lived there, it was near impossible.
Okay, yeah, that's actually a genius idea. Then you're saving a community.
Yep. So then Kearney, Nebraska, I was looking on the Turo app and saw that there wasn't any cars available down in Kearney. You go over to Grand Island, which is 45 minutes away, and there was a couple. But there's not a lot in that area, so I thought maybe that was something else that could be capitalized on was there. Where I'm at up here in Watford City, North Dakota, the car dealer rents. The airport's a small one. People they don't have any commercial flights coming in. They're all private businesses that come in here, but it's all oil country, so they all have their fleet of vehicles that they have for the oil company. So I where I'm at, I don't know how well it would take off here. And then where I'm at, being in out in the country, SUVs are what we're going to be looking for.
Yeah, 1,000. It looks like that. Yes.
Yep. So
that makes sense. Like Broncos and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Suburbans.
Yeah.
Well, I think Suburbans would go over. Suburbans or Yukons go over better.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. People like the Chevys, like the GMs.
Okay. So you're looking at that's like a $500-$600 car payment.
Yep.
Yeah. So you have to, and you can rent those out for $70-$80 a day.
Sure.
So shit, even 110 sometimes, depending on the time of the year, because they're big and they hold a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like even my Audi can go for $90-$100, and it's not even an SUV; it's a car.
Right.
You know. So, okay. So it sounds like we're ready to do this. We just have to figure out numbers now, huh?
Yep.
So the one package, it's the champion package. It's $7,500.
Okay.
Most people, they either do it in 2 or 1. Is that doable today, or do we need to do 2 payments or what?
Well, I could probably do it in the 2 payments. There was something that Trevor talked about on financing too.
Yeah.
Is that what's that look like?
Well, what type of financing do you need?
Well,
so you need a couple payment plans?
Yeah, I think that's probably what I'm looking for.
That's fair.
I've got a credit card that I could put this on. I've also got some cash sitting in the bank that I could use. But once again, I'm torn between this going in debt.
Yeah. So look, I want to tell you this. You're going to get business credit cards.
Yep.
You can transfer that business credit card money to your personal. We call it a debt transfer. Okay. So you're personally not going to be in debt.
Right.
So again, like if you have it, I would advise then we just do it.
Okay.
Right? It just makes the most sense. Why worry about paying someone else back when you can just get everything done in the next, because you can legit have everything done in 60 days.
Right.
and have the whole service done. And don't have to worry about us paying us. It's just you worrying about your own business. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much more freeing.
Right. Right.
So,
So doing what I've talked about with where I'm thinking about doing this, you don't think it's going to be a problem getting these cars rented and making cash with them?
I think for the most lucrative ones so far, it sounds like it's going to be your kids' city.
Yeah.
To be real, I think you'll have a fun time figuring it out in your city.
Right.
I think you're going to bring out the entrepreneur in you, right?
Sure,
You might
sure.
need to go private rental and go community and like meet a local body shop, meet a local, like a window repair company, right? That Safe Lights, something like that. And you can partner with them because their people are going to need rentals too.
Right.
And I think that might be the best bet for your city.
Sure.
And I
Sure.
think down the road when you get more cars, you'll want to co-host.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well,
All right, bro. I'm excited, man. Okay. Fill out that onboarding link. Okay.
okay.
Make sure you do it for tomorrow if you can. All right. I want you to save my phone number, that 858 number I texted you. That's my direct phone number.
Okay.
AK. All right, hold on one second.
And you are Andrew, correct?
Yep, you can put me as AK because that's just what everyone calls me.
Okay.
Don't just make your life way easier. I'm not the 47, I'm the 247, okay? So
Okay.
I go 24/7.